Okay. Sorry, I'm using free recording software, which means that this video is going to appear in 10-minute snippets. Anyway, I just ran this binding.pry, and I expected when I input number 2 into this gets chomp, which kind of sneaks its way through this spaghetti code. Anyway, when I put in user choice minus equals 1, I expected my entry of 2 to be 1, and it was. So this is fine. So I have this number 1 that's hanging out here. And then I could not figure out why I have this at proteins variable. I don't think it's necessary right now. Although this is giving me, I need to check to see if this is even being run, because I'm saying selection equals at proteins user choice. And I suppose I'm returning selections as well. So the question is this lowercase pork being returned or chicken, or is this being returned, which is coming from a different place altogether? And my suspicion is that it's coming from here, and it makes me think that this is not actually even being called or returned in the way that I think it is. So I'm going to exit this pry. Oops. And I'm going to check to see what kind of casing do I get. It's just going to be my little hint. So again, I enter chicken. Pry's back, perhaps because I forgot to save. Classic. Okay, let's run this again. So I enter chicken, and I'm getting beef in capital letters, which means that this is never being called. So let's test it. Can I remove this? Still run my code? The answer is no. So it wants that, but it doesn't seem to matter. Return it. That's super weird. Okay, so why is this required? Why is this needed in my code? Referenced. What the heck is that? Must have been thinking at 2 in the morning. Okay, and then later I say user choice, which in this case is the right number, is going to give me supposedly chicken. So let's just see what this returns. It almost seems like this is working, but it just doesn't go anywhere. So if I choose chicken, which is number 2, then I get to this binding.pry. So it rolls through here. I should be able to say, what is selection? Selection is chicken. So this is right. I chose chicken. It gave me chicken. Get meals by protein is returning properly. So it's returning a quick string when given some sort of number. Fine. It's returning a string, not a number. And I think that's important. I think this might be my problem. So where were we? Get meals by protein. Somewhere up here. This one. This is our issue. So yeah, and I just wrote this out, and that's probably why. Okay, so it's saying API1 dot protein options, which means we're going here and we're looking at this array for whatever reason. And I want choice 1, which is coming from somewhere. We'll get to that in a second. Wait. Get user choice 1. Get user choice 1 is returning choice 1. Yeah, this is why I started to write this out, because it was not object oriented, and that's why this is a mess. Okay, so I need at choice 1 to be a number. Why is it to an integer? Let's see what at choice 1 is before we get here. Let's use 2 again. At choice 1. Interesting. I'm doing the whole thing again. I'm not even using the method I wrote. This is wrong. This needs to just be this number because it's returning a string, right? Get meals by protein, user choice. So I just need to run get meals by protein, and then the user choice, whatever that might be. And in this case, I think it's whatever the last chomp is. Get user choice 1. Is that even necessary? I don't know. Maybe if we go at choice 1. Second, protein. At choice 1. Let's just see before we go too far what this even is. Wait a second. At choice 1. It's still 2, the string. Fine. Fine, we can take in a number string. Yeah. We can take in a number string, which is what we're doing. Get meals by protein has an argument. Yep. Take that in. At choice 1's coming from this get user choice thing, which I'm going to trust for a second. So get meals by protein choice 1 should give me a string of chicken. It's giving me something weird. Oh, it's another binding pry. Why? Where? Why are the binding pries everywhere? No. Get meals by protein. Does that have a pry in it? It does. Okay. So get rid of that. We'll exit, and we're going to do this again. Here. Yep. Right. So now we're going to choose chicken, keep it simple, and then we're going to go get meals by protein. And we should get the word chicken. We do. Okay, so I just wanted that to be capitalized for my own sanity. Pork, chicken, beef, vegetables, seafood. Now, I think I was going to replace that later, but that's fine. That's going to be what we want. I can mess with that later. Okay. So now I should be getting chicken dinner options here. So let's run the whole program and see. Classic. It's the second time I've done that. You will see that again. All right. Save. Here we go. Chicken. Please give it to me. Chicken dinner options. Brown stew chicken. Okay, this is better. So for some reason before I was entering in a number and I would get beef when it was chicken or pork when it was beef. And this is looking better. So now I'm going to choose brown stew chicken. Let's just make sure that works. Put in the number 1 and I get brown stew chicken. Great choice. Okay, cool. And it's given me an ugly hash, but it is the prettiest ugly hash I could come up with. That's another thing on the list of things to do. I think making this more object-oriented is really where I want to go. And if I have time to make this pretty, I will do that. In fact, I already tried writing it. It came out poorly, so I'm going to leave that for a moment. So yeah, it comes out with a shopping list and cooking instructions. Would you like to see another recipe? And I'll say, no, enjoy your meal. Okay, great. So 1 down, about 10 more bugs to go, I think. But I've been having some issues where I guess the next issue I really want to tackle is there is a place in my code where when I enter it here, I'll just show you. I don't know how to explain it. So pork, chicken, beef, veggies, whatever. Let's choose seafood this time. And it's giving me seafood dinner. I'm just checking that in my head again, making sure it works. So I'd really like to write some tests, but more projects later. So anyway, seafood dinner options. It's giving me